she was more than a teacher, more than a mother, more than a dissenter. Funmilayo Ransome-Kuti was a force, a woman who transformed classrooms into movements and marketplaces into parliaments. Frances Abigail Olufunmilayo Thomas, born in Abeokuta, October 25, 1900. She would become the first girl to attend Abeokuta Grammar School. Later, she traveled to England to continue her studies, a rare privilege at the time. Her journey blended Yoruba heritage with a global outlook, giving her both a rooted identity and a voice that could reach beyond borders. As a teacher, she shaped young minds, but it was her work with market women, mothers and the poor that shaped her destiny. Through literacy programs and community engagement, she found a calling beyond the chalkboard. In 1932, she co-founded the Abeokuta Ladies Club, but under her guidance, it evolved into something far more radical, the Abeokuta Women's Union. By the late 1940s, this movement was unstoppable. Tens of thousands of women united against colonial taxes and male-dominated councils. Their protests shook the foundations of power. In 1949, the women's movement forced the Alake of Egbaland to temporarily abdicate his throne. Newspapers hailed her as the Lioness of Lishabi, but her vision extended beyond Nigeria. Funmilayo traveled abroad to London to conferences across Europe and Africa. She spoke of women's rights, of self-determination, of justice. She stood in colonial halls, unshaken, demanding freedom for her people. Her activism was global. She worked with the Women's International League for Peace and Freedom. In 1970, she was awarded the Lenin Peace Prize. To the world, she was not only a Nigerian activist, but a symbol of African resistance and resilience. Her family carried the torch. Her son Fela Anikulapo Kuti turned Afrobeat into a weapon against military rule. Olikoye, a doctor, fought tirelessly for public health. Beko, a physician, became a champion of human rights. Activism was the Ransome-Kuti legacy, but defiance came with a price. In 1977, during a brutal military attack on her son, Fela's Kalakuta Republic, Funmilayo was assaulted. She never recovered, and in 1978, Nigeria lost one of its boldest voices. But her story did not die. Today, every Nigerian woman who votes, every African activist who speaks truth to power, every community that demands justice, walks in her footsteps. Funmilayo Ransome-Kuti was not just the Lioness of Lishabi. She was a bridge between past and future, between silence and resistance, between ordinary lives and extraordinary change. Her roar still echoes.
Voice of Africa by Africans.